When it comes to all things baby, in the beginning, I was completely clueless. I had no idea what I needed or what I was doing until I discovered the team at Nurtured. They are certified in car seat installations. They can help you answer questions, bra fittings, baby wearing, you name it. They are there to re-answer and answer all your questions. They're located in the north end of Halifax, and they offer free shipping and a low minimum spend for delivery locally. Visit nurtured.ca to learn more. Welcome to the Mom Existence. I'm your host, Ashley Kielbertowski. I am so excited that you're here, and I'm so excited to start this podcast and this journey. It's been a little while in the making because I just did not realize how much harder it would be to become a mom, especially in the beginning, than it actually was. And part of this podcast is about unpacking the layers, sharing the stories, getting other people's experiences, and realizing that you're just not alone, because that's something I really struggled with in the beginning, is having certain thoughts, certain feelings, and not understanding that other moms are actually having those same thoughts. And when we are struggling, it doesn't matter if it's with a new job or you're moving to a new city or in a relationship or being a mom, though you're still a human and those things are still valid and we need to talk about them. And I find sometimes that motherhood can kind of get painted with this picture of you should be grateful, which, listen, all moms are grateful to have that baby and hold them in their arms and have their children. But that you should just be happy that you're a mom and you got pregnant, and then that's just kind of it. And your feelings and as who you are as a human needs to be set aside for a time. And yes, that's true in a sense that this little human is going to come first no matter what. You are going to do everything to protect them, to take care of them, to love them. And your needs are going to come secondary most of the time. But we need to remind moms that they are still human and they have careers and they have social obligations and they want to travel. And it's really hard to kind of understand this new world, the new world you're stepping into as a mother. It's almost impossible to understand what it will feel like and what it's going to be like no matter what. Even if people tell you what it's going to be like and some of the hardships and difficulties, you don't really understand it until you are in it and you are living it. And then some light bulbs go off like, oh, I get it. But you really don't know until you're in it. And I find that we are taught to just kind of, or in my experience and things I thought and heard, that you're a mom, you just need to do it. You just do it because you're a mom and that's fine. And that's just what being a mom is like. And that's really not necessarily true. Like I said, if you're unhappy in a relationship or a job, or you're feeling anxious or depressed, you need to validate that that's how you feel. And we need to support people in those scenarios, just like when they're moms, and especially new moms. And I often laugh about it with some friends that if I started this podcast when Cash, my son, who's around 17 months now, was little in the first few weeks or the first few months, people would think I was insane. People would think I was actually crazy because you are in this deep fog. You do not feel like yourself. You are not thinking clearly. You're not the same person. You're hormonal. There's all these things that are happening that I feel like now it's almost hard for me to remember. And that's why we will be going back with some friends, with some guests, maybe with some new moms that are in that state, or we can reflect on what it was like or how it felt, because that's the hardest time. And I almost forget what that feels like. And I think our brains intentionally